Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here pieces of an interview conducted by a very real weasel. His name is Chris Wallace with Oliver Stone, the director. Now, let me show you here. And this weasel is going to confront Oliver Stone over the relationship with Putin. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with what happened. Oliver Stone spent a few years in interviewing Putin on many occasions, and then he put a documentary. I can't remember how it was called. I watched it all, obviously. Anyway, since I'm a propagandist, I have to, I received the order. I said, yes, sir, stoy, no, yeah, okay, so I had to do it. It was an order. So we have this weasel, Chris Wallace. He's not only a weasel, he's dumb. Now he's going to employ a few very cheap and obvious tactics to frame the, Oliver Stone. They all do this. And these tactics are very easy to notice, especially if you watch them a few times and you pay attention. One is this: when they ask you a question and you give the answer. They say, do you like the glasses? And you say, do you like the glasses? The answer is, you should not like the glasses. Do you like the glasses? And you say, yeah, I like the glasses. The answer is clear. Yes, I like the glasses. And see, and the next trick. Are you saying you like the glasses? Motherfucker, what did I just say? Move on. But they don't say it that way. You say, yeah. They overemphasize something to make you, right? They didn't understand it. What do you mean you didn't understand? I stated clearly. That's the first. The second. The third one would be, these interviewers act as the moralizers. Somehow they have the whole society behind them, wanting to know if you did a bad thing or if you did a good thing. And if you did a bad thing, you should apologize to me in the name of the society that I represent. Muffle, you do not represent the society. You represent a segment of the society, and you have an agenda. Enough said. Right? They always pretend to be moralizers. Okay, tell me about the policy. They're not going to say, okay, how does it work? But no, you're a bad person if you support that policy. What the fuck has one to do with the other one? Are we still in the Middle Ages? Still, you're going to burn me on the stake over there, or what? Am I a witch? Am I a warlock? What am I? So let's watch this video. It's 1 minute and 50. And another trick these guys have is interrupting your answers. So when you start answering, they interrupt you. So the audience will not get to hear the whole answer. And then they ask you a question immediately. So your little answer that you gave in those 5 seconds that you uttered 7 words, that's going to be the answer. They're going to jump to another one. We don't have time. Fuck you if you don't have time. Manage your time right. Again, and they're not going to come to the question again. That's why you have to say, no, I didn't answer that one. Oh, we don't have time. Then your whatever interview is garbage then. Manage your time right. These are a few things they do, okay? And facial expression, like surprise, like, oh my God, whew. So let's watch this thing that is, or it's redacted. So it's not a whole interview, just pieces and bits, and people will look at it and say, oh my God, Oliver Stone is an idiot. All right, lady, yes, ready? Set, and let's see if these guys are working or they want some money. Oops, they want some money. No, we don't want it from there. You want it from here. Did I say that? All right, quickly, maybe it's fucking working now.
Say that you are most controversial these days for a series of interviews that...
He started by saying he's controversial from the very beginning. No, I don't think so. I think he's not controversial whatsoever. You say he is, because some people say.
Did with Vladimir Putin over a couple of years in the mid-2010s, in which you've been criticized for being too friendly.
Criticized by some, but he talks in general terms. All of us criticized. Yeah, you were criticized. By how many? I would ask, how many criticized me? How many? 5? Fuck them. It was, I don't know, 330 million that liked it. Just say United States, all right?
and even fawning. Why didn't you challenge Putin more in those interviews?
I watched the
Sorry, Chris.
Go
That is
ahead.
absolute. Look at the fourth.
That's absolutely bullshit. Look at his weasel's eyes when he said that. He's intimidated.
Fawning. Why didn't you challenge Putin
I watched them.
more in those interviews?
I'm sorry, Chris.
Go
That
ahead.
is absolute. Look at the fourth hour, for
Oops.
example. This is in the fourth hour, and constantly I am pushing him in this interview. And
But
He shouldn't have said that. Oliver Stone should not have said that. He said, no, a lot of people came to me and told me I'm fantastic. Move on. What would be the next question? Tell me the people who said you're fantastic. I would turn it around and say, tell me the people who said I'm not fantastic. I was criticized. Yes, that guy. Yeah, okay, that guy. That's three. More. Come on, bring more. He doesn't have any statistics. He doesn't know how many criticized. He's going to say everyone. No, that's not everyone. That's not true. I have so many people. If you ask me for numbers, you tell me your numbers. And you don't have any. Another tactic. Oliver Stone tries to be logical with a weasel. Now, don't do that.
when he makes a contention,
Again, he wants to answer.
absolute. Look at the fourth hour, for example. This is in the fourth hour, and constantly I am pushing him in this interview. And
but
at the
when he
end,
makes a contention,
Stops. Interrupts. Makes a contention. And I watched that. Besides, he's going to say something logical, and this idiot is going to say, well, what are you going to do with this guy?
you challenge him.
sometimes you have to play the game of getting an interview.
True.
You understand?
True.
If you look at
I understand. When you get to sit down with a dictator,
First, he's not a dictator. He just said it. How is he a dictator? He dictates? They have elections like we have. What makes you think he's a dictator? He uses terms and the other guy doesn't challenge him because that's exactly what this weasel is waiting. For Oliver Stone to say, no, he's not a dictator. Oy vey, we all know he is. How do you know that? And he's going to challenge him on that one.
why would you want to tiptoe around the fact that he's been accused of killing his political opponent?
You've been accused. Okay, I've never seen hard evidence of that.
Are you really sitting here, Oliver, saying that you think that Putin has been unjustly accused?
See how he told him, I haven't seen hard evidence. That's my answer. Am I getting that you love Putin? What? That's a hit job. I'm going to go back to this.
Okay, I've never seen hard evidence of that.
Me
Are
neither.
you really sitting here, Oliver, saying that you think that Putin has been unjustly accused
I'm saying I'd like to
of
see
attacking or killing his political opponent?
I have to ask you, what's the motive to do this? If
Well,
someone
because he's a dictator and he doesn't like people who are
that's a
threatened.
little simplistic.
Did you hear that? He's a dictator. We're good, he's bad. And Oliver Stone said he's very simplistic. Yeah, but that's the whole point. Because this guy, whatever he's, Wallace, who's a Zelensky also, from what I heard, right? He is, we go and check his bio, and this guy is just trying to frame him. He's not here for a logical conversation interview. He's here to attack and hopes that Oliver Stone will grovel around and he's going to apologize for something that he did bad, that he interviewed Putin and he didn't punch Putin in the face while he was at the Kremlin. Like Chris Wallace would have done. Definitely. Didn't Chris Wallace interview Putin? Go and watch that interview. I think he did. I'm going to check because I know he did. But anyway, maybe I'm losing my mind. Again, I'm good. I know what I'm talking about. I tell you what you were supposed to do. You should have challenged him. Who says that you are the pinnacle of reporting here, buddy? I think I challenged him more than anybody else. I'm the best. That's how you answer these guys.
This summer, that Putin, this is your quote, is not the monster that he has been portrayed by American propaganda. Really?
Really?
You're going about this all wrong. You're not even giving the guy a break. You're not understanding
I'm
his
not
point
giving
of view.
you a break.
You're not understanding. Oh, you're not going to Putin a break? Again, he wants to get him. Yes, Putin.
Talking about Putin, you're
Let me go back.
him. You're going about this all wrong. You're not even giving the guy a break. You're not understanding
I'm
his
not
point
giving
of
you
view.
a break.
Talking about Putin, you're
Interrupted.
blaming him for what is he doing to the Russian people? Think about it.
Oliver, the question I would ask you is why are you giving
I'm trying to see it from both
such
sides.
a break. Why are you siding with Vladimir Putin?
I'm not siding with anybody.
Accusation. Have you seen that accusation? That is how these things go. This is how things go. Accusation. I accuse you based on what evidence? This guys, I'm trying to see it from both sides. When you go and interview someone, and go to someone's house, you don't say, hey, your wife is a whore. Even if she is. Do you? I mean, you want to talk to the guy. Well, the guy's going to go and talk Putin. Hey, tell Putin, you're a dictator, man. Like Chris Wallace said. Really? Let me see if I find that with Chris Wallace. Not the interview, because I'm not going to play it. All right, and I found it. I knew it. He interviewed him when he was at Fox, but hey, he got to where he belongs, to CNN. So yes, confronts Putin over Mueller indictment. Confronts. Look at how confronted he feels. All right, so my friends, go and watch that if you want. But I'm just pointing out how this guy, in that little 1 minute and 40 seconds, as CNN put it together, you saw a few tactics employed by a weasel. Not too smart. How do I know he's too smart? He's not too smart, I'm sorry. By how, if you remember, Trump called him out during that 2016 elections campaign. Remember when he was hosting, I think, Fox News debates? And I think he also interviewed him, smacked the shit out of Bill Wallace, Chris Wallace. Bill was his father. Somehow, there's no nepotism in the United States of America. You only have son and father and son in Bush. You're going to have in Clinton. You're going to have in Obama's. And you have in, it's in the future. You can look at others as well. Don't give too many names. So yeah, Chris Wallace, the same thing. You can look at the actors. At the actors, you can definitely look at Coppola. Coppola, you can get, what's his name? What's his name? He's a Zelensky too. But anyway, not Coppola. He's his uncle. Anyway, my friends, the point is, look at these weasels, how they ask the questions. He tried to frame Oliver Stone. Watch that documentary. You're going to find bits and pieces on YouTube. I watched it, and he asked questions, as many questions he could have asked. I thought he was decent, Oliver Stone. He was not sucking up to Putin, but if he's a dictator, let's say you go and interview, I don't know, Mugabe, and you tell him that he's a dictator and has, I don't know, 50 wives, or I'm just giving an example. Are you going to say that? You don't come out alive if it's so bad as these guys are saying, are you? And Mobutu, go and interview Mobutu Seseko, right? Go and interview him in Zaire and see how Mobutu would let you go. And not only, go and interview Abiy Amin, is that how his name? You go and say you're a dictator. You would not live alive. Or many, many other guys. So obviously the guy has to tiptoe, right? As like Wallace doesn't know. He knows. He just wants to hit him. He got his 15 minutes of fame or something. He's just a loser. Not loser. The problem is, the more you hear other people talk, you rub shoulders with some. You read other people's works. You listen to lectures. You meditate on things. When you see this kind of people talking, you immediately can evaluate their intellect or their way of method of thinking they employ. How logical they are, how weasel, how unfair they are, what agenda they have to follow. I mean, Chris Wallace had to do that to Oliver Stone. It was no way around it. If you would have, let's say, passed a few balls to Oliver Stone and they were all good, he would lose his job. That was the whole point. An agenda. Which I understand. Why didn't you press him? How far? You tell me because you know. Somehow you're my referee here. Yes, I am. Basically, right? Chris Wallace tells him. You didn't push him enough. You didn't press him. My answer would be, I pressed him more than you ever pressed anybody else. I think if you remember how Chris Wallace was put in his place by Bill Clinton for about 3 minutes. It's an old interview when he interviewed idiot Chris Wallace interviewed Bill Clinton. Watch that one. And this guy said, you can sit here smirking, but I'm going to fuck you up. Basically what Clinton did. Because Clinton, he knew, I'm smarter than you, man. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, 98% of population, adult population in the US is smarter than Chris Wallace, but He's a CNN host right now. He has millions. And he's not even, I'm going to just be bad now. He's not handsome. Far from. He's not smart. He's not a good actor. What the hell does this guy have? A father who's dead. I can't see anything else what this guy has. You tell me. He's not presentable. He's like a freaking, I don't know where they got this, a store somewhere. He's not presentable. He's not smart. He's not a good actor. He's intimidated by Clinton. Watch that with Clinton. Intimidated. Let me show you. Maybe I can find it here. Not the whole video. Just maybe I can find how he fucks this guy. All right, I found it. It's right here. This is when he takes on Chris and says, Clinton, you have that smirk on your face. Yes, that's what he has, because he's an idiot. That's all he can do. And Clinton takes him to task here for about, 1 minute. For 1 minute, he's going to destroy the guy. It's not hard. I don't like Clinton whatsoever. It's not my favorite. I think he was just a really, really faker. That's what he is. I don't care if he blew up, did this and that. That's Hillary's problem and his, not my problem. But I think that's a liability for the American people anyway. Shows a little something. But nevertheless, watch that video or any related to this. You have a smirk. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds or 22 seconds or something. And I'm not using it. It's just if I play it, you're gonna see how Clinton destroys him. As I said, Trump destroys him. I think on at least 2 occasions, on a direct interview, and the other one is on doing a debate. And he's the tough guy with Oliver Stone, and Oliver Stone seems to be with a lot of character. Doesn't call this guy out. But anyway, I would like Chris Wallace to have me for a change. He's going to lose his job probably. Anyway, he's going to get a lot of viewership, that's for sure, because he's going to be like Emil smacks Chris Wallace. But that's not a big deal because it's easy to smack Bill Wallace. If you really get into the wrestling with the pig. You remember that saying? Don't wrestle with the pig because the pig might like it. The same with Chris Wallace. Don't get in a stupid argument with him. But these guys smack him. Bill Clinton, Trump, no problem. Why? Chris Wallace. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.